I'm going to be on Gary Warmerdam show Friday the 28th, 11 o'clock Mountain, 10 o'clock Pacific. He's got a real small channel. He just gets some people on and do a little morning chat and stuff. So I'll be doing that with him this Friday the 28th. Mountain Time. I'm just still ticked about the whole Bernadette interview being taken down.
It was never magic mirror.
It's mirror, mirror.
It is mirror, mirror, literally. Right?
And in this timeline, it's magic mirror on the wall. Who's the
not.
fairest
No,
one
it's
of all?
Look it
Have you
up.
ever heard
Look it up. You got the world at your fingertips.
I heard mirror, mirror. It's mirror, mirror.
It is.
I used to watch it all the time. My mom used to read me the book.
My mom used to.
So you finally got one. So you've shifted, because I was worried that I was just, you're indigenous to this timeline. We've invaded your timeline.
If I get service.
Because you were getting them all right, they're getting them all wrong. So I would just say, it's infinite, it's quantum. Even though we're interacting with each other, it's because the parameters of that timeline are close enough that we can interact with each other. But you're really all in your own dimension.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Yeah, it's mirror, mirror on the wall.
What are you looking at?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it said Mandela effect.
It says that.
Yo. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, it bothers you for a while. If you accept it, if you accept what I'm saying, and it's just a theory about shifting your consciousness through time, it's because of the other experiences I had in the book, that's what I came up with. And other people and other things. There are other theories out there that run a computer program and it's glitching.
Is it magic mirror on the wall?
Do you know how many people were in the car when JFK was assassinated?
People were in the car?
3.
I'm still stuck on this.
3. I studied it and it was 4. And now there's 6.
Now there's 6.
She's like, I was going to curse, but I'm on video. There is 6 now. If you look it up on your phone, it'll show you a car with 6 people in it. And it's.
But they can't, like.
Well, because physical reality is malleable, it shifts, it changes. Your consciousness shifts through, and where you're focusing is what you're going to experience. I hurt you so bad. I'm so sorry.
I'm still thinking about mirror, mirror on the wall. I've never heard of magic mirror. I've never heard of it.
Right. That's another one that blew me up. Hey, listen, when this scar here, I mean, it started out over here on this elbow, and then one day I noticed it over here. I mean, I sat in the bathroom and cried for half an hour. Come on, I was going on. That was just one of the experiences. Oh, we can't have news on. News is no good, man. How do I explain this? I mean, things aren't as clear as they were the last few days, but I'm not. It's like I'm still paying attention. It's like I'm not being affected by not being clear. Making any sense?
Then in 2016, the earth shifted beneath our feet. The rebellion started.
Still filming me? Filming you now.
Yeah, you're recording.
All right, yeah, this is going to go on my YouTube channel.
Oh,
Furkan's from Turkey, and do you have the Mandela effect in Turkey?
Yeah, all be honest, I didn't your book, but when I go to my country, I will read the book, because in the United States I have no free time.
Louder,
Because I'm
they're
working in the both job in the full time.
Yeah, you got the book, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Audience, when I finish it, I will write to you.
Okay, you do that. I'll get you all the contact info. And yeah, that's typical. All right, yeah, all right. All right, let's see how good I am at this, because I just got done looking at the interview I did with Bernadette. I was checking it out. I was checking out, different things. How many people watched it? Did anybody join her channel? Just stuff like that. I was just looking at it. It's been taken down. I did not take it down. It's been taken down. I guess YouTube took it down. I got no emails on it. I got no warnings on it. No copyright strikes. It's just gone. Was not messing in the editor thing, so I couldn't have deleted it. I was just looking at it. I started doing some other things. I got an email from Bernadette. Hey, what's wrong? Why'd you take it down? Or, what happened? I didn't take it down. I'm going to try and get together with her again and do another interview and hit all the same topics. I think that's bullshit. See, and I think I know what happened. And I've been on to it for a little bit now. Interesting. I'm going to get together with her and do it again. At least I'm going to try. I'm really upset by this. I did not touch that thing. I did not delete it. There was no reason for it to be deleted. The only thing I could say is we said something right. We were on to something, or we hit something on the head, and somebody didn't want it. So if this thing totally disappears, I'm gonna get with her and we're gonna do it again.
Online though, it's trying to tell you that it's like it's not Berenstein Bears anymore.
Going on my YouTube channel. The whole Wally Waldo thing, I think that's an English Canadian American thing. It might have been different, but that could also have been a switch, because my theory is you shift into different timelines. Hey, and it's infinite quantum, so you might have been in a different timeline than I was in when this stuff happened. But the Berenstein Bears is actually the Berenstain Bears, and they've always been the Berenstain Bears. Well, in 2012, after I had the accident, these bears showed up for me. I never heard of them before, and I would have read them to everybody in my family. I mean, it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Sex in the city is sex and the city. It's always been sex and the city.
Isn't that wild?
How many people were in the car when JFK was assassinated?
It was just him and his wife.
Him and his wife
and the driver?
Yeah.
That's what you got?
Yeah.
I'm bad at history.
In this timeline? I'm bad at history.
I can't do history.
Now this is the way I talk, and it's just
His
a
wife
theory.
was
It's
driving,
probably pretty good, but it's probably also wrong, because I really don't know what's going on. But in this timeline, there are 6 people in that car when he gets shot.
6 people.
Yeah, and I remember 4. I studied it. There was 4. Now there's 6. A lot of people remember 3.
Who the hell's the other 2?
Who cares? What are they doing there? How'd they get there? What do you mean, who are that? One is Governor Connolly's Colony. What the hell was his name? Connolly? Governor. I can't think of the guy's name. Connolly, Governor Connolly's wife, which she was not in the car when I first studied it. Which one would you guys know? You would know stuff like, does Mickey Mouse have a tail?
Yeah.
Does Curious George have a tail?
Yeah.
Okay. Curious.
Mickey Mouse doesn't have a tail?
I don't know. My dreams are crazy.
I'm like, man, I gotta think real deep into
What
childhood for this shit.
Oh wait, no, he does have a tail. No, he doesn't. He should have a tail.
Does he wear suspenders?
Yeah. No, he wears like.
His pants are real high up here.
I didn't really watch or know anything about it. He wears just like a shirt.
All right. Mickey Mouse just has buttons, no suspenders.
Okay, I thought I was right on that.
He does have a tail.
Yeah.
Curious George does not have a tail. And has never had a tail in this timeline. I remember the tail too.
I remember the tail. He's a monkey.
He's a goddamn
He's
monkey.
a chimp.
But mouses have a tail. Yeah,
But monkeys, the tail is way more
that's
of a
way
thing.
weirder. Like,
Way more of a
monkey.
thing. Yeah, exactly.
What's I got for you girls? Oh, hold on. Extra slow night here. Well, I did just have a gentleman at the bar who did not want to be interviewed. I'm really not into pulling the camera out anymore anyway. He was telling me that all day today, since noon, he's been walking around and he felt a buzzing. And he didn't say anything to anybody. And then he was in another store down the street, and this lady says, "What's with all that buzzing?" And he says he feels it more than he hears anything. It's more of a feeling. So it was going on all day, but he doesn't feel it now. I didn't feel anything. He said other people also felt it. I don't know. Guess I'll just keep an eye out for that. Whoa. Yeah. I don't know what they are. It's not like it's going down. You know, these things are going up and all up, man. You see that? They call them orbs. Oh, come on. They're all over my bed. Is it the selenite? I don't know. He was convinced that he was going to build a trap and catch the ghost that is in the back. So, and he sat back there every night for a week, and he waited for her. But he's looking for her, and he never saw her again because he sat there looking for the ghost. But he did see her at one point, and since that's happened, I haven't seen the shadow. And the other people haven't seen it at all. So we don't really know what went on with that. And like I said, my theory on ghosts is probably they died in the timeline next to you, and that's why they're able to interact with you. I know it sounds bizarre, but I mean, what weapons is the Scarecrow carrying in the Wizard of Oz?
Weapon?
Yeah.
No, he has a weapon? Okay, everybody think of their answer and we'll all say it simultaneously. Okay, sorry, just don't influence each other. He had a weapon? I don't remember him having a weapon, but is it I want to say it was on three? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Axe.
Hatchet, axe, same thing, two different words.
The Scarecrow?
Yeah.
I don't think he had anything.
I don't think he had anything. In this timeline, he carries a pistol.
A pistol?
A pistol? A fucking pistol?
Why would the Oz characters have weapons in the first place? Like,
Right? Well, I don't know.
Why would he have a gun? And why didn't he use it?
Yeah,
He might have used it. I don't even know. He probably used it in this time. Hey, I'm going to sing a song.
I want a pistol.
I definitely want a pistol.
I'm going to sing a song, and I want you guys to finish it.
Okay.
It's a beautiful day in
The neighborhood.
that
Yeah.
one. You sure?
Yeah.
Even after all these, you're wrong about everything. You're still sure?
Mr. Rogers, man.
That's right. In this timeline, it is a beautiful day in this neighborhood. It's not done either.
No, it's the neighborhood.
Look it up. Look it up. It is not.
Mistakes that humans can make, just like.
Oh, I get that, and I've heard
Don't you
every
tell me
excuse
Mr.
under the
Rogers
sun.
is
But I know there was 4
That
people
was
in the
my
car when
childhood.
JFK was assassinated for me in the timeline that my consciousness resided in. Now there's 6.
How
No.
was it like Mr. Rogers
But it
in
was
Bill
more
Sunshine?
recent.
Do I look like I
All
was
the,
alive when that
investors
happened?
Your mom was alive when
Like
that happened.
that. They weren't.
Bill and I was not.
They,
Yeah.
No, they were
my mom
not.
was alive when
And
that
I
happened.
stand by that. I googled it. I
She
was
was
like,
really
you're
young.
wrong. I was
Okay.
like, no, they are good men.
But I mean, I know what I saw in the
Barney on the
television,
other
and I
hand.
know what I saw in the
They went through,
investigation
4,
things and stuff, and I
molested
studied it
Barneys before
myself.
They found like a.
It was William Greer was
Go
driving,
figure,
Governor
look at what Barney
Connolly,
is.
and the
Crazy,
Kennedys.
man.
For me, that's what it
I
was.
wouldn't get
Yet
that.
I do
don't like
remember
mascots, like, it's not my thing.
seeing
It's not my thing.
a film of
I was
them
like,
with just
they
3
like
people in
scream
the
and
car.
run,
But
like,
it never
yourself,
dawned on me
and the
that,
mascot
hey,
tried to,
that's
like,
not
say
what
hi
I
to
studied.
you.
It never
Like, there's a
clicked.
lot of home videos.
I don't know why.
And it makes sense that
My mom thought it was
lifetime-
hilarious.
For some reason, it makes sense to me that throughout a lifetime,
Like,
those timelines would interlock.
Even like mascots I knew, but
That's what's going on. That's what a lot of things going on. It's called the Mandela
a
effect.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote that. It was about the experiences, a lot of them that I just told you about.
Dude, all these assholes.
So I'm down to my last 4. I'm not
Like on a
$10 a piece, 12 on Amazon, 99 cents on Kindle. I'm gonna give it. Because you seem more interested in it.
PBS, like
I don't know. They're interested in it too. But if I give away my last 3 books, actually I got more coming in. But But yeah, you got one. What's your name? Anthony.
Anthony?
Nice to meet you, Tess.
Educational
Yeah, even after all the wacky
there's
stuff. Ooh, boy.
Animate all the
What
like
else do I got
stories that
for
he
you?
would read.
There's
for the
tons of them,
children.
and I hate doing this. And I said I was going to stop doing this
Yeah, reading rainbow.
because what does that tell
like,
you?
Kind of like quirky.
That things that you've known has changed for you. You're saying, oh, you misremembered and stuff like that. The human mind is weak.
I mean,
Don't accept that.
Yeah, that's what
Don't
you get.
accept that.
Oh yeah, he's a
Your mind's not weak. You shouldn't accept that.
not the children though.
No, but you know, what color's a yield sign? I mean, that's obvious, right? What color is it?
I'm not gonna not watch
No.
Kevin's face.
I really
Well, I mean,
like Kevin's face.
I don't know about yield sign,
It's like,
but like yielding at a
then maybe you went down
stoplight
one.
is
But that's all
yellow,
you're getting.
right?
Like you're still
Yep.
in the top 10.
But yield signs are red in this time.
Yeah, okay.
But a lot of people remember them as yellow
Okay.
with black writing.
Because yielding at a stoplight is yellow, but yielding at like a sign is red. So I can see how you get this confused.
See, you're doing it again. When you read my book, it's going to sound like science fiction.
Alternate.
But when you start to experience this stuff, and you're probably going in the next couple of months, the information I'm getting, I think it's going to be a collective thing. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Maybe you won't go crazy. You'll be like, hey, this guy's right. Or there's something to what he's saying. I don't have to be right. I'm definitely not right. Let's put it. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I want to say it's dust, but I don't think so. Dust can go up, I suppose.
Yes.
You haven't died in this life yet because you keep shifting all the time.
Yeah, because in a normal timeline, I would have died already.
Do you know how many
Or
times?
someone I know would have died.
Do you know how many? Well, that's possible because I think when someone dies, they die for you, and they just shift into another timeline, experiencing their life with you and everybody else. You might fall apart a little bit because they died. So, you know, in that timeline where they're still conscious, but you have to, they died for you, so you can go on without them. That's the only reason people die. That's what I'm starting to think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Social
because
media
we're so
tells
like,
everybody everything.
centered naturally.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Somehow he knows
We're
I'm
just
on
naturally
purpose.
self-centered, and
I know, right?
you just
It's not even my
can't.
Instagram, 'cause I don't fucking post
I don't know. You
anything.
just can't like
Yeah.
view it from anyone else's point of view, so you can't know why
Like
anyone
his
else
entire
died.
Instagram is just
So
like
it can
pictures of
only
me
be
doing
for
things,
you.
which is super cute because he
Yeah,
loves me.
it's about perception as well. I love it. I think you're going to enjoy the book.
I'm excited about the book.
Alive and doing cool.
No, it's a video. Oh man, where are? Well, kinda. So first, I just did a good 20 minutes of video with no sound. And I went through those 4 little clips and wrote down pinpoint so I can redo it with a microphone. So I just did it again. I just probably consolidated most of it into 10 minutes because I'm right on the points. And I didn't hit record. So let's start this over again. Where was I? The first thing I've noticed is there are many other Mandela Effect channels coming out. Or they've been out for a couple of months and I just haven't noticed them because I haven't been looking for them. What I'm noticing with these channels are, they are chasing Mandela effects. I mean, not that we didn't do it when it first happened to us, but they're excited about it now. One girl I saw said it's like a drug, looking for Mandela effects. And it's cool because she came up with, she reported on one that I didn't hear about. And it's, I got excited about it. I was like, oh my God, no way is Tigger's nose pink. And it is. Tigger's nose is pink, not black. And so what is that? Well, for me, it just tells me the last time I saw Tigger's nose was black, and now it's pink. In between there sometime, it shifted. We switched. The molecular structure of physical reality changed, which makes it a computer program. To me, that's what that is. Otherwise, we're shifting our consciousness through infinite dimensional timelines, creating this reality. And at some point, there was a shift there to where now I see Tigger's nose is pink. The point of this is these channels are just coming out with it, and I think that's great. They're just coming up with stuff. They're stuck on Mandela effects. That's where we were. But I always said right from the beginning, what's the next step? What are we supposed to do? Why is this happening? All these questions, and I came up with, it's a theory that I had back in, 2010, 11, probably 2001. Talking with other people. We are multidimensional beings. And that's how we create our natural physical, that's how we experience physical reality, by shifting every nanosecond into another timeline, creating motion, space, time, consciousness. And if that's what's going on, that's all it is. Every time there's a Mandela effect, it's just, hey, we shifted again. Bernadette talked about how the ringing in the ear is when that would happen, she would just stay still and accept it basically, and she would start noticing changes. I know a lot of us in the Mandela effect community get that ringing. We're like, no, here comes the change. I've been trying to stop it. I didn't know if it was the right thing to do or not. I was successful in stopping it a couple times, and what I didn't notice was other people were noticing Mandela effects. I was kind of getting away from it. And the things they noticed, I didn't notice. And when I did let the ringing come in, I would notice them with them. But I was like experimenting with it, but not documenting this stuff. I was just taking notes in my head and not really worrying about it. Is it just a coincidence? Was it really the ringing? The ringing I've had my whole life, and I never thought anything of it. Oh, there's ringing in my ear, whatever. But this, according to her, this is the download, or this is coming from God showing us the truth. That's how I took that. Let's see what else I got here. Yeah, everybody's stuck on the Mandela effect, and with the bigger channels now, the channels that have been out there for a while that have followings, they're a little further on than these new people. And I just, it's a great place for them to go if they find these channels, because basically these bigger Mandela effect channels seem to be just staying with the Mandela effect, and that's fine. They need someplace to go. They're going to need some people to talk to, except for the fact they think it's a big joke. Some of them think, wow, this is so cool. And it is. But I keep thinking, like, I want to do something different. I don't mind doing this. I enjoy doing this, and I go back after the 6 months later and look at this and go, wow, I'm still saying that? I've been saying that for 6 months. I could probably get all 200-something videos into 1 hour if I didn't repeat myself. Not true. But I would like to do something different. If anybody's got any ideas, I want to do something different. I don't necessarily have to get off of the Mandela effect, but I'd like to get off the Mandela effect as far as chasing them. And I'm going to get excited when I see something I'm sure of. But I don't want to have an investment in this. To me, it's just a tool. The Mandela effect is just a stepping stone. I said that in my 3rd, 4th video. It's a stepping stone, and I've been crying out, what do we do next, and what's the reason for it, what are we supposed to do? I don't think we're necessarily supposed to do anything right now. We're in the next step now, and the new people getting in are going to be thrown into the next step, so it might be easy for them because they're in contact with it now, but I really feel like, it's a matter of focusing your consciousness, whatever you're concentrating on, that's what you're going to get. And beautiful out today. It's getting a little chilly. I have to brought the plants in already. Yeah, we're good. My abilities have definitely ramped up. I don't know about again, just certain things. I'm pretty close with my cats, as you probably well know. So I came in the house, came in my apartment last night, and I said, hey, you two, like I always do, flick on the light, and there's only one there. I'm like, whoa, okay, well, Buttercup disappears. I should have called her Cheshire. She disappears quite a bit. Now, I've had this door open over here for 3 months. You know, it sits open. They get in and out. They run on the roofs. They don't leave the roof. There's nowhere to go. They can't. Even though they're cats, they still can't go anywhere. So when I come in, I'm walking around. I'm looking outside. I'm calling her nothing. I'm not upset. Normally, I get, oh, God, where's my cat? I'm not upset. I'm like, okay, she's around. But she's got to be in this room. Well, how else would she have gotten out? What would have happened? So I walked outside again. I'm calling her. I'm getting nothing. I turn and I look at the window. Now, the window on the porch is open because I got this Ethernet cord going through it to help hook up this internet. I mean, it's hooked up and it's legal. I just don't have the Ethernet hooked up to it, so I couldn't do good videos and stuff. So that's why I did this. So I got that window open. What she's doing, she's going out on the porch, going through the window, getting in the laundry room in the next room, and hanging out in the apartment. Well, somebody left the door open when she got out. So she goes through the window. The door's open to go down to the bar. She goes down to the bar, and she ends up in the basement. Well, the thing was, after I looked around and realized she's in the basement, I knew it. Knew she was in the basement. I knew she was fine. I wasn't even worried anymore. And I start to walk down. Eric's coming up, and he's like, "Did you find her yet?" And I said, "I just know she's in the basement, and she has to be." And I went down there, and there she was. Normally, I'd be running around the streets, going absolutely nuts. The event, they're still calling it the event. Every September, October, this happens. Every April, May, more people, some people come in to the Mandela Effect. September, October for sure. And it's happening again. It's you know, everybody's talking about this. Now, what I think is, I think this is going to be a collective shift. I think there might be the Mandela Effect of all Mandela effects, where people just are going to really be shoved into it and not be able to shun it away. And if they do, they're just not. It's, you know, this is the third time I'm doing this, and I don't even know. But I was talking with Photo Helix, and of course he brought up a Bible passage. It's about the great deception that God placed on the people that were not righteous. People that are doing things they shouldn't be doing, things that aren't proper. Those people will not be able to see. That's the masses, okay? I mean... And we are going to create as a collective, and there's more of them, so that's why we're still creating this illusion. I think the numbers are growing for sure in the Mandela Effect community, the quantum shifting community, the timeline jumping community. It's out there, it's growing. People are coming in contact with it just by walking by somebody with a shirt on that says the Mandela Effect. Which brings me to back in, say, 98, 99. I was at a theme park with my daughter and my mother. I think it was Busch Gardens. There were shirts for sale, and I swear to this day, never told anybody this because it don't make any sense at all. There was a shirt that said the Mandela Effect on it. And it was the only one sitting there on the rack. And I just, for some weird reason, I'm like, man, I really like the color of that shirt. I want to get that. But I didn't. It meant nothing to me. It just looked like a cool shirt. Looked at it. And that was it. You know, and I know it said Mandela Effect, but it's just, there's no way, right? But I feel like I'm doing my part as far as talking with people still at the bar, selling the shirts with Mandela Effect on them. They're all over the country. These people come from all over to come up here and they want a souvenir. It's funny, they got 3 shirts to choose from now and they're still picking Mandela Effect shirts. What's the Monopoly guy on there for? Monopoly guy's not wearing a monocle. There are so many Mandela Effects out there that were mentioned in 2015 on the MandelaEffect.com site that are being brought up now as new Mandela Effects. You know, they could absolutely be new Mandela Effects for these people. They could have saw it change yesterday. You know, that's could absolutely be what happened. Everybody's going to be doing this at different times in their own time. And I really feel like the next couple of months are going to be tough, but not for the people who have seen, not for the people who have seen the truth. I think if they observe and don't get involved, pray, you know, meditate, decree, help people when you can. You know, don't turn your back on it. Okay, that's, you know, I did this film so many times here. I don't know if I talked about that or not yet. It's not written on here at all. So, but I know I spoke about it every time without the microphone and then without hitting record. Don't get involved, but at the same time, know that you're a part of the collective, even though they're in control, because there's more of them with that belief, the belief of the, you know, the world is the way it is, with wars and whatnot, everything else. We don't have to get involved in that. I don't think. Because I can kind of see what's going on with that now, because I'll see things going on around me, and I'm protecting myself. The conversations I had with Bernadette are gold to me. They really helped me. And if other people can get something out of that, I hope they do. There are other clairvoyants and psychics out there putting out similar information. Everybody's got their own tools. Whichever one resonates with you, go get. Go talk to. I'd even say throw them a couple dollars for a lesson or a message or a reading or something, just to get you straightened out, and then do it yourself. Okay, that's what I said. You're always repeating me. I know. I let them claw everything, even me. So anyway, I've been wanting to do something different on my channel. I may keep doing like a live interview show, or I might just do, I'd love to do a live call-in show. I don't know how to do this thing with the calls on here, and I have people wanting to help me, so I might do that, because I think that could be cool. I'd want to talk to people who are, you know, see it, know it, and just are having problems with dealing with it. You know, I'd like to be able to talk to them and help them out. You know, to have to have people call in and just bring up Mandela Effects, that'd be okay too. But we already know, we already see, we already know what's going on. Let's stop pretending. I'm gonna, you know, if things start to ramp up bad, I'm going to shift to where this is better. It's better, it's better. And that's the way it's going to go. So I really think we'll be able to handle the coming changes. I can't even read my own writing. My energy is mine. My energy is mine now, and that's why I really feel like it's going to be, because I'm downstairs even now with the little stuff, and I'm staying within myself, and I see the stuff going on. If I can interact and help, I will, but if I interact too much and get involved, then I have problems. So if I can help, I'll help. Otherwise, it's just observing. And basically, this whole little chat thing here was, there's a lot of other clicks out there on the Mandela Effect. I've noticed that they're kind of stuck on the Mandela Effect. I think that's fine. We were there, they're there now. I'd like to see them branch out. I'd like to see the people who have been into this for 3-4 years now, whatever. I mean, I've been into it since 15. It's been happening to me since 15, late 14. I'd like to see us take another step, and some of the channels have. And I'm going to be taking that route too. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I have a few ideas. If you guys got any ideas like what you'd hear or what you'd like to see me do, go ahead and let me know. I know a lot of people like to driving around and stuff. I only started doing that because I realized I'm in the car, I'm thinking, and I'm like, oh wow, I got to get that on video. And now I'm looking to do it so it's not as easy going. But it's really all I got to say on that. I think I hit everything. Tigger's got a pink nose. Are you kidding me? I know, she can't repeat it. What did you say? You said that? I said, oh, you saw it, you understood it, but you blew it off. And you said, I didn't blow it off. Thought it was super interesting.
I was super interested. I was just preoccupied with other stuff, so I didn't have enough. I couldn't put my energy into it at the time.
Right, because the molecular structure of physical reality isn't that exciting or important. It's more important to get those bills. Let's go drink beer and whiskey and heck with that.
Well, look where that led us to this conversation. So.
Well, I know, but you guys probably almost had an accident on the way here, right?
No, I was sober when I did.
I'm kidding. I texted that to her because she said, "Oh my God, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want because you can't die."
Turns out life's a joke and nothing matters. Yep.
Well, I don't know about. Yeah, I guess I don't know about the joke.
Easier said than done.
One of the other things I said I was going to do. I'm going to get a tattoo. Yeah, big whoop, right? Well,
So what are you gonna get tattooed?
I'm also going to jump out of a plane.
Oh, I've done that.
How
I've
was-
also got a tattoo.
Oh, you got a tattoo? Can I see it?
So much writing right now. Breckenridge, don't
The last time I asked the girl that, she started to pull her pants down. I was like, okay.
But wait,
I had her
when
on
are you gonna
camera.
get tattooed?
When you see my YouTube site, can you get YouTube on your phone?
Yeah.
When you see my YouTube site, Suso, it's like a mandala, I think is how it's pronounced. That's my plan to get that, try and get it in some 3D. I'm going to go all out. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Is there a tattoo parlor in town?
I don't know about in town, but I know they're around here.